So today's video log is how to manifest things, especially for those people who have a problem into believing it, and they will feel even some kind of cringe just by thinking about idea of manifesting. I'll explain in the logical way how it works, how can you harness it, and I promise you at the end of the video there won't be any kind of link that will redirect you to some kind of my course where I'm teaching you how to continue further. So by learning this, then you don't need to pay all these gurus who are kind of claiming that they have that secret knowledge. So I'll give you all the knowledge you need, but this knowledge comes with a huge warning you have to be aware of. This is a small channel and it's not monetized, and I'm not going to ask you for any money, and I don't need your money, but I'll ask you for something else. If everything I'm going to say makes sense, then I will ask you to subscribe and watch next 5 videos, and if those make sense, then send the link to someone you know. In past few years, I've learned by comparatively studying different religions about mental virus embedded in all major religions, and this mental virus is now waking up and it's threatening to end humanity. And I know it sounds schizophrenic when I say that in that way. That's the reason I'm only asking you to watch 5 next videos, and if what I'm going to say and it's connected to this video makes sense, just spread it. If everything sounds too crazy for you, just come back and tell me. So now the warning. Bad things can happen to you and you can attract them. So it's not true what like many are saying, that you can't manifest bad things. You can attract all kind of bad things for yourself and others. So you have to think about that. What will be outcome of your desire to manifest things depends on who you really are. In other words, you will reap what you sow. We all have ability to manifest things, angels or demons. You can use it for good or bad. You can make your life hell or paradise. And that is the danger. It can help you cure illnesses, but also it can make you ill. It can help you be safe, but it can also put you in the danger. Many things you can imagine, you can manifest. And just to be clear, you're probably already using it from time to time unknowingly. Bad things that happen to you sometimes are because you are manifesting them. To understand this problem deeper, I would like to ask you to watch 2 science fiction movies. First one is The Sphere from 1998, and the other one is Forbidden Planet from 1956. They both have a similar theme. So in The Sphere, scientists find alien spacecraft in which they find some kind of golden orb which has ability to fulfill your deepest subconscious desires, and things quickly turn bad. In Forbidden Planet, extinct alien race created some kind of technology mind link which is also able to tap into your subconscious mind and who you really are. But things again quickly turn bad because they've woken up monsters of Eve. Both of these movies are highly philosophical and highly relatable to all of us and the subject I'm going to talk today. So that is the danger and my friendly warning, and also the subject about which I'll try to raise awareness in the following videos. So first, base knowledge. Anthony Hopkins said, believe, believe, believe. And that's the most important thing. Or as it is said in scripture, and I apologize to those who don't believe, if you have a faith small as a mustard seed, you could tell this mountain move from here to there, and mountain will move, and nothing would be impossible for you. Belief is a mind conviction or acceptance that something is completely true. So this conviction is often rooted in values, knowledge, or experience. Important to remember is that feelings can shape beliefs, but also beliefs can influence the feelings. So note, truly believing is not delusion. Truly believing is rooted in a knowledge that something is possible and achievable even when others don't believe it and can't see it. A true believer is as strong as 1,000 of non-believers. And to give you an example, Novak Djokovic, a tennis player, when he was young, he was imagining holding a golden trophy and being first in the world. And he believed it strongly. So many years after, he became what he was imagining. But that's only part of the story. Continue watching. So now you have to ask yourself, what do you want to attract? Maybe future love, maybe money, health improvement, lifestyle, traveling to other countries, or something else. I don't know. And I'll try to explain how to do any of these things. But please be realistic. For now, living 1,000 years, or traveling to other stars, or resurrecting people, or I don't know what, maybe it's possible, and I'm not going to deter you from having those dreams or thinking in that way. Try to understand that the greater wish you have, it will require the greater sacrifice in your own personal life. Also, do not get disappointed if what you're trying to manifest doesn't happen instantly. So things require time, and also it depends how big and complex your wish is, how strongly you believe, and how much time it's needed for all things to align in order for you to get what you desire. You may be now thinking, is that even possible? Probably it's some kind of hocus pocus and I'm trying to kind of trick you. It's some kind of superstition crap. But let me assure you, it's 100% real. Although maybe not in the way you're imagining how it works. There is no magic, it's not superstition, it's pure, simple physical laws, and no advanced physics is needed, just a simple principles. And I'll prove to you with a small experiment later on. For now, regardless how skeptic you are, just watch till the end and have an open mind. So now, how does it work? So simple answer is alerts and filters. But please be patient, we will come back to that. First, we need to understand how our mind works, and I'll grossly simplify things so everyone can understand. Our mind has two parts, conscious mind and subconscious mind. Conscious mind is the slow one, the one which deals with the thinking, critical thinking, logic, the one that analyzes and chooses, the one that doubts and also examines things. That mind is also what we perceive as us, or what we are. That mind is also consists of all our memories, and also it can be our inner voice for those who have them, or mental images, again, for those people who have them. And this mind, like a conscious mind, has a slow processing power, but it deals with the data, numbers, images, but as I said, it's quite slow. On the other hand, we have subconscious mind, which deals with the autonomous nervous system. It regulates things like our breathing, it deals with our heart rate, it communicates with our second brain in our gut, and also it communicates with all these microorganisms and bacteria through that symbiotic connection in our guts. Subconscious mind is accepting everything as it is, and it has huge processing power, and it kind of processes several orders of magnitude more data than the conscious mind. Subconscious mind will deliver whatever you ask, and it will look like magic, it will look like a miracle, although it's just simple information science. Subconscious mind takes everything for the granted. Whatever say to it, it will accept as you said it. Issue is that subconscious mind doesn't have negative. So you can wish something, but you can't unwish it. Remember that and be careful with that. So next, world around us is just one huge data set. Everything that's surrounding us is data. And we are aware only about very small, tiny percentage of all of that. And we are memorizing even less. And that's a good thing, because when you think if we would be aware of everything, similar to an old computer, when you open like hundreds of these windows, it will just freeze and it will slow to the halt. So equally, having that split between subconscious and conscious, and having that slow awareness is not the curse, it's actually blessing for our species. Just to give you example of this information filtering and how we're ignoring things, ask many people who go to a restaurant, enter a room there and spend few hours enjoying a meal or whatever, and when they get out, if you ask them what colors were the curtains or what about the shirt of the man who was sitting next to you, they wouldn't be able to answer. Even further, they wouldn't be able to tell you were there any person or curtains there at all. And we do that all the time. It's just we are filtering out and ignoring information that are not relevant to us. But interesting thing is that if something is part of your interest, you will quickly spot those information. You will quickly find what's interesting for you. If that man in the restaurant had the badge of your favorite football club, you would immediately spot that he's your buddy, so to say, or fan of the same club. To give you another example, it's not that our conscious mind is just slow and has a very poor awareness or attention to the details. Also, it has ability to, from time to time, doze off and be on autopilot. So if you're a driver, if you know someone who is a driver, he can kind of confirm what I'm going to say, is that if you're on a long trip and you're driving for a very long time, you will notice that from one point to the other point, you just don't remember how did you get there. None of the roads, none of the turns, nothing. You just don't have recollection that you were driving at all. Also, it can happen that during the driving, although you haven't made any mess, at one point you will just be aware that, okay, I'm driving. Think about that. So now let's take that small exercise I was talking about that will confirm what I'm saying. So take a dictionary and please try not to cheat. So take the dictionary, which is actually a book. Don't look up word on your computer, because we don't want to cheat, because all the electronics and everything are watching us all the time, and they can corrupt the experiment we are trying to do. So pick any word from that book and don't say it out loud, again, because your machines are listening and they can corrupt experiment. So try to find a word you don't know. So the one you think you never heard before, and try to repeat it in your mind and try to memorize it. So I can guarantee, and this is the part of the experiment, and don't tell anyone, again, don't tell to myself, don't put in the comments, just memorize that word. And I can guarantee that in next month you will hear that word at least once. Of course, take your headphones off your head and go out. Or if you're on internet, don't try to do some kind of specific things and isolate yourself. Just try to go around and communicate with people and be around and look around. Like, don't put yourself in the solitary confinement and then expect that somehow that word will materialize in front of your eyes. like be realistic. So I'm saying you learn new word you never heard before and you didn't know before, and I guarantee that that word will come up in the next month. So that's the experiment. So I'm going to ask you, set alarm on your clock for 1 month as the end of the experiment, and for that word that is rare as a rainbow unicorn fart, just come back and tell me in the comment. Don't tell me what's the word, just tell me have you heard it and how many times have you heard it. So that's all I'm asking. So now, how is this possible? So thing is that simply field of information around us is huge, and what we do is, in order to survive, we have certain filters which are kind of ignoring irrelevant information, but also those same filters which are kind of protecting us from danger or different kind of things. These filters are also preventing us or protecting us from our own success, and that's the reason you're not getting what you desire, because you in yourself already have many filters. And what are those filters? Those filters are your beliefs. The core beliefs, what you are filters which are filtering huge field of information around you. And you can say, what are the alerts? Because you believe something, same as that football fan was recognizing that small badge, that is alert. Your belief is say, oh, okay, I found this, that's it. Sometimes it's not that obvious, but it's subtle, and it will just bring you to what you desire a bit closer. And also it will give you energy to continue toward the path you desire. So now that huge field of information around us has many opportunities for us to fulfill our dreams, but we don't see them and we ignore them because they're not aligned with our filters, and they're not aligned with our core beliefs. So then question is how to attract or how to manifest what we need. Your belief system is creating the filters that are kind of giving you steps toward what you need to do in order to fulfill your dream. So by creating good convictions and good beliefs is like saying, please find what I need and alert me that it's there, and sort of tell me the steps what I need to do in order to get there, and take that thing. And then it will kind of sort out information which are limited according to your criteria, because this informational field around us is huge. As you can see, there is noise of birds, there is someone doing there is leaves are moving and everything else. So in that huge informational field, we have to take the filter and say, okay, reduce all those information to what I need. Those filters are our beliefs. So the strong beliefs are coupled with the strong will that you do what is necessary to get there. So remember when I mentioned Novak and I deliberately omitted the process. Subconscious mind did deliver for the Novak, but it took quite a long time of his life. He was 4-year-old when he was imagining and started playing tennis, and he was 37 when he won Olympic gold and basically won everything that it can be won in the world by all possible metrics, and became a GOAT, or greatest of all time. So that means that his journey from his wish took 33 years to complete. And that's the thing I've said earlier. Depends how big your wish is, it will also require the greater sacrifice from you in the time, but also in the effort. So you will need to work really, really hard to get there. You can say at this point, okay, but that's nothing strange. If you put a lot of work in something, then rarely success will be missed. But thing is that when you believe something, first you will find those information easier, but also believing in yourself and believing that's possible and believing that this world will kind of grant you your wish also means that you will get there easier, that what is perceived as a hard work and effort will look as a play. You will get there effortlessly, and also you will enjoy the trip and you will enjoy the process. And that's most important thing to remember. Big difference is about strong conviction and beliefs that any other ordinary person would give up in any part of this journey of 33 years. But you have to also remember that by fulfilling his dream, he unlocked many other things that weren't possible otherwise. Enjoying his wealth, having beautiful family, and many other things. So at this point, I've basically told you all you need to know. You will tell me in the comments if you want me to record second part of this, because there are a lot of pitfalls, a lot of dangers, there be dragons and many other things. So before I go, because this video is getting quite long, I want to tell you just one thing you need to be aware of. If you imagine that you can fulfill something vile, maybe in the next video I can tell you how to properly imagine things and how to kind of create those filters. But what you need to understand is danger of substitution. So for instance, if you imagine that you want beautiful husband or you want a beautiful girl or whatever, and then afterwards you watch porn and you get that satisfaction, then you have to understand that from the subconscious mind perspective, that also counts as a wish fulfilled, because subconscious mind doesn't question is it reality or is it fake. It just takes your feelings as a measure of things, of granting you wish. So imagine your subconscious mind and your beliefs and those filters as a genie who is saying, okay, you got that picture, you got that feelings of ecstasy or whatever, you enjoyed, so I delivered. In that sense, you have to train your mind and your beliefs that when you wish for something, you wish for the real thing. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. Tell me what you think in the comments, and bye until the next time.